Hello, good evening, and here we are again. It's Wednesday night and it's Stampin' with Sandra. So I'm having my cameras just ready like so, and I've got a new product that has just arrived today. It's been in the annual catalogue, I'm pretty sure, and it's one of my ones I had on my list to buy. When two of my customers took an interest in them, I said, look, I'm going to get them as well. It's on my list. So let's get down onto the table and let's get playing. There we go. Whoops, how come that's doing that? There we go. Bring you back with me in the corner. Oh, that's just gone funny. Hey, try that way. There we go. Hi Angela, lovely to see you. So, split textures, split card textures dies. Bit of a mouthful, isn't it? So these are really, really nice. I've had them on my wish list for a while. And like I said, because one of my customers, a couple of my customers actually ordered them, they arrived today. Oh, everybody's coming in at once. Hello, ladies. Nice to see you. I'm just cutting off. My cut on my finger, my deep gauge, has just got down to a plaster now. I've run out of my dressings, but it's healing. It's doing good, but the plaster's just got a couple of fluffy bits on it. So get rid of those, and I'm ready to go. It won't annoy me. So I'm going to be using these tonight. Bit of Suck It and See. It's arrived today. And yes, I'm back from Germany. We had a fabulous time. Those of you who follow me on Facebook will have seen, on my personal page, you'll have seen the photos of me with my friend from the States. And we had an absolute blast. We did so much in what really amounted to 2 days. From arriving at the hotel was Sunday lunchtime, and we left on Tuesday lunchtime. So kind of literally a whistle stop 48 hours, but boy did we do everything. It's good fun. So I'm going to take my trimmer. I've got a sheet of thick white card here. I'm going to do this as a traditional like opening on a fold card, but I'm going to score it this way, so in half at my 10.5, and then I'm going to cut it this way at 14.8.85. So I've got 2 cards, and like I say, I bend that in half and I put it to one side, so I know that that is a whole card base ready to use. Another fluffy bit. Look. Then I'm going to pull that one across there. Now that's my card base. Just grab a daisy. I've had all of my tools out. I did a charity thing last week, and blow me if everything will be around somewhere. They all went in different paddies. See if I can find them. I have glues coming out of my ear holes. There's my dimensionals and that one. No bone folder. Okie dokie. We'll just use the edge of something here. What have I got? There we go. This is an old tool that I've had. It's not Stampin' Up, but that will serve as a bone folder for now. There we go. We make do. So there's my card, and I'm going to cut a piece of a layer for here. I'm going to be using the Hues of Happiness. Now I've got a few of these out just to kind of like just refresh you as to which ones these were. Hi from Los Angeles, California in the United States. Hi, Linda. Nice to see you. So I've got both YouTube and Facebook people on here, so that's nice. So I've got one of these papers was I'm going to use as a background, I think, because this is variegated all the way through. I'm liking this one tonight, so I've pulled out the coloured flowers in this one, and I'm going to use that as a background. So it's going to go one side underneath. I think I'm going to use the mesh side today, the textured one. So I'm going to put that one over there. Then some of these, just wanted to show you some of the flowers on here. These are different sheets. There's 2 different sheets on here that you can cut these flowers out, and then there's some orangey yellow ones as well on another piece. But just want to show you just a few of the patterns. We've seen them all before. That's the one I'm using there for the backgrounds. Another big busy flower one, and another piece of this one. There are some more that I've obviously used them all up. So I'm going to leave that sheet out in case we need any more flowers. Okay, we've got some there. I've got some cut. So my next stage on here is I want to put this as a layer underneath. I want to get rid of the yellow at the top here, and I'm going to make this to fit the size card layer that I would normally use. So I'll take it this way up, and we'll go down to Just going to take 3mm off here. So I'm going to do that at 10.2 instead of 10. Leave it quite large. And then this one will be 14.3 on there. 14.85. It's going to be 14 and a half on there. Takes off that little piece of yellow. Okay, they can be used on something else. I'll get rid of those. And then that one should fit my mat card really nicely. So there you go. That's going to go in position there with just that tiny little border around the edge. Okay. Then I'm going to try putting a white layer for this one. So I want this to sit over the top. So I'll just retrieve my normal white card. Ooh. I wonder what size that would be. Oh, look at that. That's just about the right size. I'm going to cut it to the full piece of that. So I'm going to cut it a little bit bigger because what I want to do is to take a fresh piece. I want to try it the full size first because I think I want to leave a little border around the side, but because it's going to be a window showing through to the back, I'm going to just take that down a little bit. So let's just try this first. Like I say, this is a new die for me. It's only turned up today, so I thought that'd be a nice one to share with you. So this should now be the same size as this, so we can cover this paper if we want to, or we can trim it down and leave a little border. But I think that should get the effect that I want to do. So let's get the big cut and emboss machine over. I'll move these the other side out of the way so that you can see the machine. Okay, you see me there? Okay, so we've got our base plate on here. We're going to be cutting, so we want our base plate, and then we're going to have 2 cutting plates. Now I have treated myself to a new one. Normally I would put this one on the bottom, and then this one's going to be on the top. So we're going to try and flatten that out a little bit if we can. If not, I'll switch them over. So I'm going to take the lattice off here, which is the one I want to use. And I'm going to use this just over a section. So I'm going to go right up to the corner here. These are made for the American style cards, so they are longer and shorter and fatter than ours. So they would come up to there and fatter. But I'm going to pop it on there for now. Okay, because I want an even border around the edge, I'm going to take a little bit of tape and just anchor that down in a couple of places. So it's going to bulge otherwise because I'm on a curly plate. So pop that on that corner. Just check it's nice and even and pop that on there. And pop the new plate over the top. We'll struggle whether this is going to go through on a bulge, but we'll try. Put that at an angle if we can. Let's see how we go. So like I say, hot off the press, you're seeing this fresh from delivery. Okay, take that all out. Now on here, we tap that over, we will see we've got all the little holes on the back there. So I'm just going to tap that off somewhere into a bin. I'm not going to keep all those little squares, so I'll just tap that off in here. Grab my brush and roll that over the top. Okay, and you can see it just pushes all those little cubes out. Now if you wanted to make a little mosaic, I think they would be ideal for a mosaic. So I want to do this with some metallics. So you'll see me, I might use this on Sunday. You will see me using some metallics and making this a nice little frame. Giving that a helping hand on some of them. Probably where the tape spin hasn't helped. There we go, stick that back on and see if these have all come out. Hello, Smudge. We have company, ladies. Hi, Judy. Now, I think I should have run that through twice. It's not quite gone through on a single layer because it's got a bulge in that mat. Yeah, let's do that one again. So just bear with me a moment. I tried to use a very curly plate. And that you can see from the arch there how, where am I? How curly that is if I stand it on end. It's quite bowed, isn't it? So I think we need to be kind and grab another one. I just need to cut another layer now, sorry. this one 10.2. Okay, and that one was 14.85. That's right, that way. So I'm just going to grab myself another plate. Not quite so early. New one out the door. There we go. Treat ourselves to 2 new ones. Look, we'll have that one on the bottom because it's cut on. And then we'll have this one as the new one. So they come in pairs like this. And I just want to tell you, I'll move you out a little bit. Just want to tell you that there's a piece of tissue paper between the 2 layers in here. Always make sure you keep that because I have got techniques I use with tissue paper. So just try and hold on to that one, keep it in there nice and flat. And that might remind me to do something with that one in a few weeks. So I'm going to anchor this one down again using some tape. So there's the same gap on both sides. Okay, 2 brand spanking plates. Look, that's only had one thing cut through it. So, hi Shaz. You missed Smudge saying hello, I think. And she just paid her dues and then has disappeared. So I've run that through twice now. The plates are perfectly flat, so we shouldn't have an issue this time. And brush. If I just run that through on here, you'll see instantly you use the proper tools and you do get the results. But take that off and they all fall out. There we go. Just that one in there to do. Come out. Just stuck a little bit. So there's one side of it. Okay, just poke those other little pieces out. There we go. Over we go. Has anybody on here got this die? It's a split card texture die. Okay, now you can leave it just as one panel like so, or you can then go back and put a second one on there. You could actually make them meet up with a small gap down the middle. Now for the design I'm doing today, I could do this either way. So I want to put a cluster of flowers through the middle there. So I think just to see what it's going to look like. Oh, I've got static now. Ah, that's clever. They're jumping everywhere on my table, so forgive my... Let's get those up there. All right, got a messy table. So because I'm going to cover this up in the middle here, I'm going to do exactly the same. I'm coming down into this opposite corner diagonally. Don't worry about the middle because it looks like it's going to be a bit strange. But you know me, it'll come all good in the end. So I'm going to take that one down there and take this one over here. And I like to have the rectangles, anything that's got straight lines to it, I do like to have them at a diagonal. So don't put them straight onto your plate like so. So a straight edge goes through straight. Try and put it on the her. Okay, but that means obviously... There you go. Hi Shaz, she's saying hello. Come on then. There we go. And run that one through. And we'll run it through twice again like I did before. Okay, so if I just knock that on my bin, I think I'll actually knock out quite a few of those. So all these little ones on here, you could, like I started to say, if you did this, you could make a lovely mosaic if you chose to. I'm not going to today. So, and it's white card. I get so much white card. I don't keep all the scraps of white. These tiny pieces. Okay, just clear the deck a little bit. And that one. And get this one out of here. Okay, so we'll take those off. Stick those on the edge of the table. There's both of them in here now. It's obviously a cat's night. They've missed me. Now, as this is going out live, I've got to say, those of you who are local to me, I learnt something new yesterday, and all the people I've spoken to today, only one person knew. So I'm going to tell you, and we were laughing about it today. Come on then. So when I came back into, from Cologne, I came back into Stansted Airport, and David was going to come and pick me up as he dropped me off on Sunday. And he was chatting to one of his mates in the coffee shop, and he said, "Why are you picking her up? There's a train station underneath Stansted Airport." Did anybody of my UK friends on here know that there was a train station underneath Stansted Airport? I didn't. David didn't. All bar one person I've spoken to today didn't. So, hi Gillian. I don't know whereabouts you are. You're in the country. Do you know Stansted Airport? So it's just a quite topical for me at the moment. So there's my piece, and it's been cut both sides. Now it looks like it's going to join in the middle there. It's not quite going to. I'm going to stick this piece down here, and then this piece will go over the top. So we have the little edge that's going to cover that border. Okay, it's going to come through like that, and then we're going to have some flowers through the middle here. That will make it, give it nearly the faux effect of having all in one panel, but you've got some little white pieces here. Okay, so if I put flowers through the middle there, this is going to be very, very nearly the side. Oh, Staffordshire, you might not know. Oh, Zena, you used it. Andy did. There's 4 platforms. Okay, I'm learning new things, you see. Why didn't some of you tell me about this before I went? I use Stansted regularly for the short haul flights, the short hops over to Europe. And it was an eye-opener. David's friend told him in the coffee shop. And yeah, he just messaged me and said, "Hey, did you know this?" So I got on the train, and I had to run for it because our plane was late arriving. And I ran through the airport, out the other side, and down to the airport at the railway station. It was brilliant. So super easy. And the one that I had to catch was the one that stopped at all stations. So it stopped at Thetford. It's a Norwich train for me, but it stopped at Thetford and Wyndham, Attleborough and Wyndham. So all the ones obviously before that as well. But yeah, it was good journey. And that saved David doing 2 trips to the airport and back again. So really, really pleased with that. So this is my layer. I've made it just that tiny bit smaller because I wasn't sure on the dies. There is a little border on here. It's going to overlap. And I'm going to pop that over the top there like so. So we've got our little sandwich in there. Okay. Escalator takes you through the concourse apparently. Yeah, didn't know any of that. I just came running out and literally dived for it because we were running late. I had a German chap in front of me, and he said, "Oh yeah," he said, I said, "I've got a train to catch. I hope we aren't late." And he said, "Me too." So I said, "I'm following you. You know where you're going." And then he stopped with his mate to buy some tickets, and I just said, "Look, I've got to run. I can't miss the train. I've got to run." So I just went on my own way, and it was so easy. So I've just gone around those edges on the corners and through that middle. I just wiped a little bit over the mesh as well. So this is going to come over here. We want to get it in the centre. So just overlapping those corners. I'm still actually not putting pressure on this thumb because I don't want to crack it open. So let me just get that pointy tool again. I've got a little piece in here that shouldn't be there. Just pick that out. There we go. It's got a little wispy bit. I think that's out. There we go. So that's all sealed around there, lovely. And there is the front of my card. Okay. Got a little bit oozy out there. So let's just get a piece of tissue. Just make sure that's dry along there. Clean edges. There we go. So now we are over to the little flowers. Oh, there you go. Linda Brown didn't know that either. Andy just said, ha ha, that's good. So these are the flowers from the papers that I have already die cut. So I want to have a little assortment of these coming through the middle, varying colours that are in these papers. So I pulled a few out that were pre-cut, but I don't want too many the same. And then we can cut a few more. So if I bring that back up, I'm going to need that plate again. Got some more here. And we need to cut a few leaves as well, so we'll pop them on the plate. So I need to get rid of these pieces. I'm going to put them on the floor. And worry about them later. The Hoover will get them up. That's a very old plate, before the ones we had with the beveled edges. So that hasn't got the curve on them. They improved these. They made them nice and beveled on the edges with the new ones. The old ones used to just be plain. Hadn't noticed that. One of my stockpiled ones at the back. Okay, that's a nice pastel one. Oh, I need the dies, don't I? That might help. Just a sec. Happiness abounds. I'm still with you. I've just wandered off. Before I went away, I had a charity function, so I hadn't actually unpacked. I don't need any of those. So Happiness Abounds, okay, and all the dies will be in here. She hopes. So Happiness Abounds has some gorgeous dies in here. Nice trellis there, some borders, and these are the ones that can I cut my flowers. Yes, it does go through Cambridge. I just was doing the ones from my end of the line. But yeah, it's really useful, really useful. So it wouldn't have worked going out because we went at 5 o'clock in the morning. So I caught a very early flight. But yeah, normally that would be a really good one to use. I think some of them change. They have changes on them. This one was a straight through one. So all very, very good. Nice and smooth, easy. Okay, I've got some leaves here. I'm just going to... So these little pieces of leaves here, you can actually just be able to lay that on there and cut those out. Little snips. My little snips are my big ones tonight. Guess what? The others are packed as well. Very good day on Saturday. It was for Star Throwers. It's a local cancer charity. And I was giving up my time and my materials so that they had a free class session in their warm spots. That was one of the warm areas, warm sections. It's part of a government thing, I think, with the heating bills. And they had a free class. And they had a really nice time. And they want to do it again. So we're going to do some kit classes next time, I think. So I'm just going to lay these on here as I go. So I'll cut them. So we've got some variety of colours and textures. Okay, I could now switch over to the mini machine, but it's because this one's out, that will do us today. So then I've got some here. This one was a triple one. I think that's got 5 prongs on it. We'll see this one. Yeah, that will fit on there. Look, lovely. So I love using the dies like this, and it's something that you could do if you just wanted to sit in front. You can't really in the front of the television. You could with the television in front of with the little machine. That might work. What else would I like to put on there? Some more doubles here. Let's put that one again. Need some greenery. So don't forget, we're going to be seeing next week, the 29th, so Tuesday, we're going to be seeing the retirement catalogues, the retirement lists. This is everything that's going to be disappearing at both the annual and the mini catalogue. So if you like a bargain, if there's anything that you're desperate to get hold of, you might be advised not to wait too long, because when things sell out, when they're gone, they're gone. So that will be it. Just trying to find some varieties here. I'm going to use this purple one in that. So yes, if you leave it too long, you might be disappointed that you don't get the thing you were waiting for, the item. But the sale list will be coming out on Tuesday night. Now it'll be late, and I like to go through and take out the German and the French and Dutch and things like that, so that you only see the nitty gritty that you need to see. And I also highlight the rows as to what the biggest bargains are, so that you can go straight to the highest savers. But I will be recommending that you shop through my online store, those of you who aren't demos, and to make sure that you click on the link that I send you, and that will have all the details on there, so you can actually go and browse it live. Okay, and then I will do a live with it like I did on the last catalogue release. I will price up my catalogue overnight that evening, and I will then do a live for you probably the following morning, and so you'll see it broadcast on both places again, in Facebook and YouTube. And I will just flick through my calendars and just rattle through the prices for you. So that's the quickest way, because you can see the pictures and you can also see the prices at the same time, matched up. Okay, so it worked well last time. There's a lot of people were happy that I did that. Oh, bless you, Claire. Glad you enjoyed it. You need to come over and see me over here. Come and visit me, because you're nearby, you're local. Okay, I'm not sure how, can you see my card just off the back here? I think I'm kind of pretty much fixed. I've got several blooms. I could do with another, they're both the same. I could do with another paler one, like this lilac one there maybe. One of these perhaps. The smaller ones. Just to have a variety of the flowers. And I do normally have a lot of these cut beforehand in my trays, but I seem to have used most of those up. I'm going to have one of that shade, and then I think we've got enough, so we'll get sticking. Okay, so just making sure that all lines up nicely. If we need some more as we stick them down, we can grab a few more. And on the floor. There we go. We've got such a... Excuse me, sorry. I've just cut that one off. It's an older lady who doesn't know that I go live. Did I just do that? There it is. There we go. So there we go. So I'll pop that on the side there. I think we're ready to go. We've got dimensionals. Got some out here actually. There. And I really do need to find my tweezers, because they haven't been unpacked. Will be in here somewhere. Let's see what we've got. There's the bone folders. There's the tweezers. It's my class kit pack. So I'm going to start in the middle with this one, because I kind of want to have the largest flowers in the middle. So let's just pop a few of these on here, and then it will come together quickly. Now with this one, you can stamp a greeting and pop that on there straight away. Or what I'm going to start doing, I want to do a few of these, just to make some cards up ready. And then whatever the occasion is, you can quickly pop a greeting on. Do any of you do work like that? Where you've got greetings ready to go on things. I want that to, it's still quite big on there, isn't it? One in the corner. Could have that one one like so, and then have this one overlapping them. So let's put that one flat. So I'll just put Tombow on there. So pretty. You love the colours. I love these colours. These are the Hues of Happiness. So when you see the list, hi Ruth, nice to see you. Come and see how the studio switcher is working, hey? So helping Ruth out earlier with the program that I use on here. Okay, I'm not quite in camera there, but the flowers here, when I start putting the next layers on here, I'm actually going to curl the flowers. So you can curl them downwards, curl some of the petals just on the corners, curl them upwards, and just give them some shape. Okay, because this is going to be the top layer, and you'll want to give them some shape like so, just to give a little bit of dimension. And then the dimensionals will go on the back here. You can, because I've not layered anything else up yet, you can actually put some with a double layer. So peel one off, put another one on the back. That will help hold the shape. So it will help it stay that little bit raised. Okay, and you've got some shape to those. If you want to, you could put a little one on some of the other layers, the other edges. So this purple is going to come down here. We've got a lighter one in here. We're just bridging that gap to make the whole sheet look like the whole thing has been done. And these two are the similar shapes. I'll turn that one round and then pop this one coming over the join. So they're staggered a little bit like so, I think. Okay, so this one's just going to have the edges curled. And then the bottom will curl over. So just using your bone folder. And another one of those. Put a couple on there. I like enough so that it doesn't sag. We don't like saggy flowers. So if we pop that one over to one side, and then this one down the bottom here, it can be raised as well. Okay, pull those backs off. And that can cover over across the join there, but I don't want it to go in the same identical shape as that one. Let's go sideways that way. Okay, then this one, last but not least, can come in here somewhere, so it's kind of like coming into the flowers, maybe like so. Leave the bottom piece flat and this top piece raised. So I'm going to pop some of these, just maybe half this one. Let's say, oh, I've got my slips now, haven't I? The slips are in here. So half this one. If I hold it in my tweezers, it's easier to cut. I'm working a little bit off the bottom of the screen, aren't I? Let's just tilt that slightly. There we go. So I'm going to cut this one in half through the middle. I only want these to come around the top half of my flower. Okay, so they're going to come around like so. Take those off. Get both of them together. A little bit of Tombow on the bottom of that navy. And then this can come and slot in there. So you've got a bit of dimension. You've got those going flat in there. And that one coming off the side. Okay, and then we've got some leaves to pop in, these various leaves around here, and these can be the same. I tend to start in the middle, wherever you want to put them. Okay, and again, these can be curled if you want to curl some over, and you can curl some upwards, whatever you like, just to give them a bit of shape. And I think I'll put some of these flat actually. Maybe a little bit of dimension on the top here. I have my minis. Let's get a few of those. So maybe put a little mini on the top here. And then like I did with this flower, I'm going to put some Tombow on the bottom. Okay, tuck him in between there. Just build up your layers however you like. So it's flat here and these kick up. Okay, got another one there. To vary them a little bit, so I've got a 3 and a 5, sorry, a 5 and a 2. So that could maybe come down the bottom. This is Ruth's style. Ruth's just joined us. It's her style. Things like this, I know. And then this one could come maybe down the bottom. I'm gonna put that one up there, so it's far enough away from that one. A little dimensional on the top again, and then Tombow underneath. Down the bottom of the stem, tuck that behind there. Okay, so it's still got some shape to it. And then these ones, I'm going to put one in here. I'm going to cut this one in half. I'm going to have both of them on there. So, and one of these on the top. Should have done that bit first. So if I tuck that down there like so. You've got some dimensional on the top there. Now this one, a bit of artistic license. If you can see this one, a bit too flowery. Now Marilyn, I thought I'd convinced you. You were getting to like flowers, weren't you? Now I'm cutting this one down, this little prong here. Okay, and I'm going to cut it in half. You're not going to see the bottom piece. Okay, all you're going to see is the top edge. You just want a little one poking out here and a little one down there. So I've halved them. Okay, so a little bit of tombow on the back. Yeah, so I thought I was converting you, Marilyn. If that's there's blocked by a dimensional, you can just snip the end off that one. Just take that end off. Nobody will know, no one will see, but it just makes it flow a little bit better. Okay, and then this one, because I've cut it in half, there's a little sharp bit on there. So I just take that edge off where they joined. Just on along the white there. Okay, and I'm going to put a mini dimensional on the top. Okay, and then we will have some tombow underneath. I think this would kind of work for most occasions, wouldn't it, for ladies? Ladies' cards. There we go. Now that card on its own is quite lovely. Okay, so just it brings through all those colours that are in the background paper. The die, remember, is the pair that is one lattice. We've just turned it around both ways. And then it has the other one in here. I'll use this one on Sunday, I think. So we've got both of them, just showing you how they both work. Okay, so I'll fix that back on there. And the sentiments. In that bundle here, we have quite an array of sentiments in here. And there's one there that just says friend. And I quite like that. Now what I got out here earlier was the oval punch. Now I want to see if that sentiment will actually fit in that oval on there. So I'm going to get a piece of scrap paper, anything I can find really. Like, because we use things and we are economic with our using our things, I'm just going to punch it from here. I can try and get it just in that corner. No, that might be too clever. I can do this. I can cut the whole thing off. We don't like to waste paper, do we? We're very thrifty in everything we do. So now this is just a rough piece of card paper. Punch those two pieces away. We can't use them because they're shiny. This now gives me a little template here, okay? And then the template you can lay over any of the words and see if that's going to look good. Okay, so on this one we have friend, and I think that will just fit in there nicely. So I'm going to use that word, and the short one, yeah, in the middle. Okay, take that off. Need a block. Just got to find a block. Hopefully there'll be one somewhere to hand. If not, we won't be outdone. We have a Stamparatus to hand. Okay, so I will grab that piece of basic white again I had here. This was the template that I used for my make and take at the weekend. So I'm just going to plop this on here and take the stamp, pop it in the corner there. Okay, pick it up on a plate. Just press it on there. These are some labels that I put on so that I was doing the step-by-step with the ladies so that they could see where to stamp. I'm going to use the old olive because of the greenery that's in here. Okay, and just stamp that on there. Stamp it on there. And remember that you can build these layers up. So you can stamp it again and press it down again. And it gets a little bit darker. Okay, so you can keep going. Can I add that punch to my never-ending list? Of course you can, Linda. You can add whatever you like on your never-ending list. Okay, so there's my piece here, where I put the punch down. Now, there is a warning with this one. When you punch this one out, you will get both your images. So the way to save this is I tend to just come along here and cut a strip. Okay, if you've got a strip, then you can insert this into your punch, and you only cut the one that you want to cut, so you can save the rest of your card for something nice. Okay, so I'm going to try and get the F and the D lined up nicely in the centre there, and the lines will come off the edges. That's perfectly okay. And then punch, okay, like so. And then that can just sit on here. Get those out of the way. Tweezers into here, and you can just have that sitting on its own. If you wanted to, you could actually mat that onto a piece of the purple. I think this might be too heavy. I brought with me all three colours here to see which is going to look nicest for the background. So we just grab one of my scraps out of my bag. You're only going to see an outside edge, so don't be put off too much by the heaviness of the colour. Okay, I'm going to try it with this one, get those out of eyesight so it doesn't distract our eye. And if I pop that on there like so, they could be mounted up on there like so. What do we think of that? Shall I try the other colours as well? See, put some comments on here and let me know which you think is best. So that's the Gorgeous Grape. Then this is the Pool Party. That's kind of, it blends in too much with that flower, I think, on that one. And then I have the Granny Apple. Oh, there was a die there. I need to know which one you think is going to be the best colour. So we've got three to choose from now. I think I'm eliminating the Pool Party. That green is quite nice, actually. What do we think about the green? Bring you in a little bit closer there so you can see. We have a choice of the green there. You like the purple. I think I prefer the purple. I did think it was going to be too dark to start with. So that would be the purple. Yeah, that's definitely, I think it's got to be that one. Okay, I'm going to place the purple on here flat. Okay, and then I'm going to put some pads between the middle. Flat down there. A couple of pads on here. And we're done. So, where did the other dimensionals go? So a couple of those on the back. 1, 2, buckle my shoe, and there we are. We're done. That can go in the centre there like so. Okay, now we have to have some gems on here as well, don't we? Can't be non-sparkly. I had those all out ready as well. I haven't covered them up, have I? Yes. So here's my gems, the basic jewels. I'm just going to put a few randomly on here, some of the little ones on here, just in the grooves on here. One in the middle there, I think. I like odd numbers, so that's 3 on there. I think that'll be enough. So there's my 3 gems. So there's my card tonight. Purple for you, Gorgeous Grape, yes, well done. Oh, green is great too. Okay, but there was more for the purple than there was the other one. So there's my card. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that. Just showing you these textured layers dies. They're really pretty. Like I said, they only arrived today. So I just wanted to have an experiment and I thought that would be good to show you. Okay, so hope you enjoyed that. I'm just going to bring you back to me. Okay, take you off. Okay, remember that I'm back here again on Sunday. And I will do something else with the other die, the corresponding die that went with this one, the other half of it that I've just put over here. Okay, so that'll be this one. Okay, one last thing before I go. I did mention last week about the Christmas papers. I had them here. Just a sec. Three pieces here just now. Smudge, I moved everything for you. Now I can't find anything. Okay, these Christmas papers are on sale. I looked today. Let me just get you back down to the table. Bring it out a bit. I looked again today and they are still in the clearance rack. Okay, so we have two beautiful floral papers and the red, now the cherry. These were in the sale, these were in the catalogue, sorry, in 2019, I believe. I am running this as a class. I am stockpiling these papers, but just in case anybody wants to get them, they were £13 and they're now down to £5.20. So I'm thinking about Christmas and everybody feeling the pinch with the economy at the moment. It's a huge saving. If you wanted to get some of these, then please let me know. And I have actually got the dies to die cut these pieces out and more besides. So the class will be using all of those and you will have a lot of cards at the end of the session. Okay, those details of those will be very, very shortly. Okay, I will go through, Linda. I'll put names on packs when I come off air. Okay, so yeah, definitely a good class to do. And on the backs of those papers, you've got more Christmassy. You've got this one's Christmassy with the fir cones. Turn that round. And then you've got some other designs that will coordinate lovely. But all of these are really lovely foil papers. Okay, so I am stockpiling those and I'm getting those in for people that ask so that we don't risk running out. Okay, so it's just a reminder on that one. And like I say, class details will be coming soon. Okay, so take care, have a safe week, and I will see you on Sunday evening at 8 o'clock. Oh, and a goodbye from Smudge.